Hey there Internet, so today I'm going to be testing out the new Strobe Cosmetics Creepy Cute palette. I ordered this the day that it came out. It's just 8 really cool pastel mattes with a gray and a black. So I have not yet put this on my eyes, but I have seen Jay Kissa do a review of it. So I'm going to be showing you my first impressions. I'm not really sure what kind of look I'm going to do, but we'll see, and we'll see how I like this. So I'm using the Catrice Prime and Fine Brightening Eye Base here. So right now I've got another snow day going on. I feel like the only time I film these days are snow days, but we just get them all the time, so yeah. We're supposed to get about a foot or maybe more of snow today and near blizzard conditions, so we actually did a really good job. My boyfriend and I, we got up because we had to check if we needed to move our cars out of our parking lot, and it hadn't started yet, so my boyfriend made us go to the gym, which is good, even though I wasn't super pumped on it. I just remember when I was in college and like in the few years afterwards, and I was so into working out, and now I'm just like, ugh. That's just because I'm lazy though, not because I don't like it. I think that's a lot of people's reality, where they like feeling strong and they like working out, they just don't feel like doing it. So alright, I am just gonna go straight in with these. I feel like whenever I set this primer these days, it just gets really weird. So I'm just going to go in and start putting color on. So I'm going to use this Morphe M441 brush, just a nice fluffy brush. And I'm going to use Third Eye, which is this orangey shade. It's a little powdery, but I don't mind that as long as the pigmentation is good. And it's looking pretty good so far. So I'm going to try and use this mirror. I do feel like, yeah, I'm not going to use this mirror. I do feel like the mirror on here is a little bit weird, where it's got like, just not like a true mirror, it's kind of warped. So, I don't usually use the mirror on packages anyways, but it would have been nice if it was a better mirror in case I traveled with this and I didn't have access to a good mirror. So, that went on really easily. Really nice and clean and no issues really blending it out. Pretty pigmented. So I'm going to go in with a slightly smaller brush and put a little bit of, I think, Strawberry Milk, which is the pink here, a little bit closer in. Probably should have thought about what I was going to do with this before I started, but oh well, it's too late now. I feel like this would be so much easier if I could see. I just feel like I put eyeshadow on and then I put my glasses on and I'm like, okay, that's not what I was expecting, you know? Tell me if you have the same issues if you're a constant glasses wearer. I can't do contacts. My eyes are too sensitive. And I've never found, or not never, I used to wear contacts for years and years and years, but I have not been able to find a, oh, by the way, that was a Carity E31 brush that I just used. But since I started getting sensitive eyes in high school, I can't find a brand that actually works for me. So, alright, and now I'm going in with Planchette, which is the nice lilac-y, lavendery purple shade. I actually got 3 shimmer glitter metallic shades from Strobe Cosmetics too, that I'm probably going to test out one of them on my, like the inner part of my lid. I'm really excited about those ones too because they're really pretty. So far, both, all three shadows that I've used have been the same level of powdery. So if you don't like powdery shadows, that might bother you. But like I said, I don't really mind them, so it doesn't throw me off, and I'm not getting it like any fallout on my cheeks, so that's pretty nice. Alright, I'm gonna go in with, oh, that brush was the SL Miss Glam Ipsy T35 Precise Blending Brush, which I got from Ipsy, clearly. So the three shades that I got from Strobe were Azura, which looks like that. I got Unicorn Tears, which looks like this, and this is the one I'm actually going to use. It's like a really pretty duochrome purple green. And then Sea of Ghosts, which looks like that. It's also a really pretty duochrome, like goldy color, gold to green. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try it just with a brush, a dry brush first, going in with Unicorn Tears. I'm gonna try and get that wet after I put an initial coat on my other eye. It's definitely showing up. I just wonder how intense I can get it. So I'm using my Pixie Glow Mist. Just gonna spray my brush and then go right back into the product. We'll see. Doesn't seem to be helping at all. So it actually seems to be moving the stuff that was already down and not really further intensifying what I'm putting down on top of it. So I think on the other eye, I might go in with a finger instead. I try that. I'm just gonna get some on my finger. Yeah, that looks better than with the wet brush, so good to know. Don't use a wet brush, use your finger. There we go. So I got a nice little orangey, pinky, purpley eye going on. I'm gonna try and brighten up some of the orange and the pink a little bit before I move on to the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back for my under eyes. I'm gonna take that Ipsy brush again, clean it off in my Ulta Beauty shadow switching pan. This thing is a godsend if you love bright colors. I'm gonna go in with the Strawberry Milk shade again, which is the pink. Just blend that a little bit more into the crease. This is such an interesting light pastel pink shade. This was the shade that convinced me to buy the palette, which is kind of weird because I'm not super big on pink eyeshadow, but when I saw Jay Kiss's video and just like seeing her put that on her eyes, I was like, oh my god, that just looks so different than anything else that I have in my collection. So I wiped off my brush and now I'm going back into third eye, which is the orange. I'm just gonna take it right up along the top there. So, and I do really like this orange as well. I love me a bright red-orange color, but there is something to be said for a nice pastel shade. So, alright. I am going to go ahead and do the rest of my face makeup and put concealer on, and then I'll come back for the under eyes. Yes, alright, I'll be back. Alright, so I am back. Had a little bit of a fun adventure with a foundation sample. I tried out the Josie Maran Vibrancy oil thing, and it was not. I think I managed to save it with the with my concealer, but definitely it was just so light coverage and kind of patchy, and I don't know, just not worth it. So I just went in and fixed up the eye with the unicorn, is it unicorn tears? Yeah, that I put on with a wet brush, because when I was in my bathroom doing the rest of my face, I noticed that it was just really not there. So I just went in with my finger and fixed that up. You can tell I'm wearing some crazy amount of highlighter. Yep, totally don't regret it. My nose is purple and I love it. So let's finish up the eyes. Alright, so I think I'm going to bring in the blues and greens on this palette on the underside of the eye. And then I'm going to finish it off with this Tarte Clay Pot eyeliner in Margarita, which I actually haven't tried yet. So, but it looks a lot like Take a Hint from the Creepy Cute palette, so I think it'll be a good pairing there. So let's see here. I'm going to go in with this. These are my favorite kind of brushes for the under eye. This is the e.l.f. Smudge Brush, but I have like 3 different brands version of this. I have this one, I have the Morphe M408. Do I only have 2? I need to get more of these brushes because they are the best kind of brushes to do something like this with. So I think I'm going to go Cold Shoulder, Creep It Real, Take a Hint. So Cold Shoulder is kind of the baby blue one. Just going to take that on that brush. Just put it right. Oh yeah, look at that pigmentation. That's beautiful. I'm going to make this come down pretty low. Just because I feel like sometimes with bright colors, it's fun to just like bring it so low on your face to really make it stand out that yes, I was going for something weird today. No, I am not trying to look normal. Sometimes people are like, what? Why did you do that to your face? Because I wanted to? Why else would I do it to my face? Alright, so this is Creep It Real. This is kind of the minty in between. Very nice mint color. Yeah, that's nice. And it's blending really nicely too with the Cold Shoulder. And then finally going to go in with Take a Hint right on the inner corner. Yeah, look at that. Sorry my lighting is awful. Like I said, it's blizzarding out, so I don't have a ton of natural light. And I just have to kind of make do with what I have. Alright, I'm going to take a clean, fluffy-ish brush. Let's see, is this clean? Yeah, so I'm going to go in with the Morphe M507 and just kind of go along the bottom edge of this and make sure that it's fading out really nicely. Into my bright purple highlight. Super natural. Yeah, that's nice. And I'll just finish it up. So I have been using for my brow highlight and sometimes my inner corner, I've been using this from So Susan. This is the Statement Skin highlighting crayon. It's really pretty. Just like a really simple kind of champagne-y gold shiny bit, but it comes in like a crayon, so I can just literally draw right underneath my eyebrows and just kind of rub it in a little bit, and it just goes on so nice and smooth. So I really like this. I got this in the Color Curate subscription box, which I would definitely recommend that you get 4 products, full-size products from I get stuff from Trifle Cosmetics, from So Susan, from Jelly Pong Pong. It's just different brands that you don't see a lot of, at least out here. Like, those brands aren't really carried in Sephora or Ulta, so it's nice to get a variety of things from them. And then for my inner corner highlights, I think I'm going to go in with, Sea of Ghosts, actually. Let's see how that looks. Or, no, I'm going to go in with the Azura, this shade, because I feel like it's a good in-between shade. Yeah, that's really pretty, taking from the green. Once I'm done with all of this, I'll try and get it to a clearer light spot so you guys can see exactly what my eyes are doing, but it's very, very colorful. Alright, now eyeliner. We'll see how this works. I've found these Tarte clay pots to be kind of hit or miss. I have a bunch of them, and the really light blue one is beautiful and super opaque, and then like some of the other ones are just like the mint green one is not. It's just not opaque. It's very hard to work with. It's very soft. Alright, so initial from this one, it definitely seems more like the texture of the electric blue one, which is good. A little bit drier. Okay, and I'm going in with the ColourPop E6 brush. Alright. Not super opaque, but I think I can build it up, so I think it'll be workable. Just gonna keep, yeah, even going on with the second layer on top of what I already have is helping a lot. I don't know if you can see, this brush isn't the absolute best for this. It's a little bit big, just in like the width, so sometimes it's a little hard to get around the corners, but you don't have a ton of brushes like this, so I just kind of use this one. I think my favorite one is the carroty one. This is just the first one I pulled out. The carroty one is much smaller if you look at them next to each other. This one's the carroty one, and it's really easy to work with, but I've already got green on this one, so I'm going to keep going with it. Draw a wing. Bring it in. I find wings to be relatively easy for me depending on what I'm working with, which I really appreciate because I feel like a lot of people really struggle with wings, and I think just because they're one of the things in my makeup that have always kind of been there, that I've always done all the way back into middle school and high school, which I'm planning on putting out how I used to do my makeup video because I think it's really interesting to look back on people's roots, and especially for me, like I did not use face makeup until last July when I was 25, but I had a very intense relationship with makeup in middle school and high school, like not like a bad one, just I did a lot of crazy stuff, so I think it'll be cool to show how I did crazy stuff even though I didn't use the majority of products that were available to me. I only used eye products, like completely. Like I didn't use lip products because I was in band every day and I had to be able to play flute, and I didn't use face products because I was just like, why would I do that? So yeah, I'm gonna put that out eventually. I feel like I need to have better editing skills when I do, just because I want to be able to put in pictures and stuff, and I don't really have a program right now to do that with, but yeah, we'll see. Alright, so I did that. I gotta grab mascara. I don't think I'm going to add any other liners. I don't usually do my inner waterline just because it gets all funky. But I really like the color situation that's happening here. And then I'm going to show you what this looks like with a little bit better light to show my eyes. And I might put a lip product on, but probably not, just because I'm going to be home all day and I think my lips are a little bit annoyed right now. So I'll be right back and I'll show you the final product. Alright, so here's the finished look. As you can tell, it's very bright and shiny. So, if you have any questions about anything else that I use on my face, go ahead and look down in the description box. I'm going to put everything down there. But I would say first impressions on this palette, it's really nice, really easy to work with, a little bit powdery, but doesn't fall out on your face. And a really cool selection of pastel colors. So if you like colors like this, then I definitely would recommend getting it. I think the price point's pretty good for the quality, and it is a smaller brand, so it's nice to support kind of more indie brands instead of like the huge brands that you know are going to get a ton of support anyways. So that's the look. Like I said, I didn't put any lip product on, but I did do my brows and mascara. So yeah, hope you're having a good day wherever you are. If you want to see what my day looks like, I'll give you a little hint right now. So this is what's happening outside my apartment right now. No big deal, just kind of crazy snow happening. So yeah, I'll see you when I see it, and hope you like this look. Bye.